Who is EastEnders' next big villain? That's the major question we're all wondering. Now, the last two villains, I can't really say where they ended up at the moment, but the last two villains were Nish, who sadly met his demise. That's the safe word to use.
That is the safe one,
when he fell on some concrete and he met his demise. The other villain that people don't really count as a villain, but he is technically a villain. Which he lives on in EastEnders history. I've a giant back tattoo of him. I'm not going to do it. I've a giant back tattoo of him. It is Rhys Caldwell, who met his demise when a bathtub fell on him after he said, "Oh, that was a close one." Well, something like along those lines. I forgot already.
Yeah, you got it. Basically, that's a
lie. So we're just gonna throw and previously the last two major villains there was. Now I know one of them. This is just to talk about one of them very quickly, which Ash doesn't really like, which was Alfie Moon 2018. There was him. He was technically a villain.
I mean, more recently you have Theo Hawthorne.
Theo Hawthorne, Gray Atkins, then Alfie Moon, and then what was the Irish guy? Alistair or something?
Aidan Maguire.
Those
weren't necessarily, not entirely the big overarching villains. I mean, like you said, the big overarching villain of this last period was Nish. Like I said, of this Crystal Clan show, it's mostly just Nish. At the end of the day, Cindy then became quite a big main villain in the same way as well, as she became the main suspect and had a big Christmas. Nish, Dean, Theo, all these characters who kind of took up that main villain mantle. Raffi was kind of a villain when he was introduced, but not really. But still, all of whom kind of carried the show with their dastardly actions. Now, yeah, sure, Rhys as being like the main villain was kind of, but he was a central antagonist, which is the same thing. It's the same thing, but I don't know. He wasn't like I'm gonna stomp on a group of something PC friendly, YouTube friendly. I am evil. I am evil man. I say evil things. He wasn't really that.
You can say what you're going to say.
I didn't have any idea anyways. But yeah, who is the next main villain though? It's always a thing. Typically, you need a villain to drive forward the show. You need characters to be susceptible to some villainous actions. And I mean, as of recently, we have started to realize who may just be the next main villain. It was kind of with the demise of Rhys and Martin now leaves a pretty big hole that now is going to be filled. And we were saying recently, and we once again did that YouTube thing where you release a video the week after something big happened to the characters. And so everybody's like, what do you mean? They were great. Yes, I agree. We recorded this on Monday. And once again, this video is coming out next week. So I can't wait for this video to be outdated by this week. But since this week hasn't happened yet when we're recording, but we have seen some spoilers, and as of last week, 2 weeks of bloody dates and shit, Teddy Mitchell seems like he's going to be the next big villain. We briefly mentioned when Harry was introduced, we mentioned how Shireen had gone missing. And that was expected to just be what Harry did. And that's why Penny and his relationship split up. And that's why the feud with Jack and Nicola continued. And then it kind of went back to the wayside. But then Nicola appeared. And then Nicola's suddenly this big, seemingly kind of crime boss type figure. She's selling drugs on the side. She is kind of turning a blind eye. She's clearly dealt with the law. She was in prison. What was she in prison for? I'm sure there was an answer, but I don't remember that right now. But as of this previous week, Teddy Mitchell has explained, and Nicola explained, that Teddy Mitchell was the one who killed Harry's ex-girlfriend Shireen, who went missing after a massive fight, and it turns out she is dead. And as of this previous week, Teddy did in fact say, I killed her. She's buried under an old industrial unit. Which suddenly goes, whoa, he's a killer. Bloody killer? I hardly know her. What's he doing that for, cheeky boy? But still, another killer. But not one we've seen, not one we've expected to show. And I think that adds quite an interesting facet to the character of Teddy Mitchell. Because I've been pretty open about saying how I believe he generally fell to the wayside when Nicola came in, and Barney got a bunch of stuff and Harry got a bunch of stuff, and Teddy kind of fell back to the wayside, being his very nice, gentlemanly relationship with Sharon, not really showing much character or personality. But when the mask slipped, he's battering Zach. He's shouting at people, and then it starts to make sense where this kind of little pitbull side that Harry has came from. You see where it came from, because suddenly when all the chips are down, he's feral. He's feral. He messed Zach up, and it just creates a really exciting angle as to where this may go. Because if he did kill Shireen, and if he did dispose of the body in a video game, if he did do that, that makes him the new kind of crime boss Mitchell, which is it's a character that we kind of have sorely missed for a while. Now, I'm not one of those people who believes that we need crime in EastEnders, but if the right person's there, I'm all in. I'm all in. Not if Reese is suddenly the criminal mastermind. That doesn't really work the same, does it? Doesn't really fit the bill. But if you have a very kind of scrappy Teddy at the helm, I think that's a very exciting thing. And if he did kill Shireen, and he does kind of keep having to hide and scramble over his crimes, the power dynamic switched, because it seemed like Nicola was the she was the head honcho. She's the one selling drugs on the side. She's the one who's arranged for Harry to get out of prison. But now, if Teddy is the more scary, fearsome one, now it sets it up. Now, will he become a big overarching villain? I don't know. But if they are trying to appeal to this big, scary side of Teddy, this dark history, maybe there's more secrets to be revealed.
Yeah. I did not know he buried her in an old industrial estate. I did not see today's episode being Monday.
Me neither. Read the spoilers.
Oh, you read the spoilers, did you? Maybe someone can do the spoiler videos that only did for 2 weeks. Who knows? What was I gonna say? Yeah, if Teddy's being the next big Mitchell villain, could be a good direction. We already technically have the next big villain that no one talks about. It's dementia. Dementia is there.
Coming for us all. Not really.
Well, dementia runs in the family, so be careful. But yeah, see, I don't know, because obviously none of the Mitchells have really killed before, except for Teddy. Phil's only killed one person by bystanders.
He was racked with guilt for the rest of his life.
And Grant, I don't think has killed it. He's killed people. I
think he may have technically killed people in the war, but not. And he was kind of involved in Tiffany's death, but that wasn't really him. But yeah, no, I do agree though. Other than Ben, and Ben's was it was a freak accident in a way. He wasn't exactly planning on. It's not like he caved Heather's head in with a picture frame. It just kind of happened. She just died out of nowhere. But still, it's not really a part of the Mitchell code as such. It's not really something that they do. They are still supposed to be these morally grey, but not evil. And that's possibly where the Teddy stuff could go. Now, could all be wrong. Let's be honest, could all be entirely wrong. We don't know who's going to be the next big villain. We don't know. But judging from all we've seen recently, this perhaps seems like the direction it may be going. And I'm all here for it, I think. Because I don't mind EastEnders with a bit more of a grittier edge. I just don't want it to dominate the entire show. At the end of the day, I don't miss the Grey Atkins era. I don't miss that period. I don't miss the Mick and Linda cheats with Max. I don't miss that time period. Not a memory I wanna. I don't wanna readdress it. But still, if we have Teddy Mitchell kind of trying to reassert himself, because we'd seen glimpses like him and Harry set the call center on fire, so we'd seen glimpses of how ruthless he could be. But now, like I said, it could possibly go up a whole other direction. So yeah, it's a cool little. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Teddy stuff has in store. And like otherwise, I like what else? What else? Where else do we go? Where else do we go? Cindy's still there, I guess. Cindy is still sleeping around, and she's continuing to pressure. Well, she let Kathy and Ian believe that she's dropped the allegation and she's dropped the who is the Walford whacker. So she's letting them believe that letting them believe that she is just going to drop it. Is there a chance that she just gets back involved again? Maybe she finds out the truth about Harvey and Kathy's affair. Maybe she just continues to be that kind of annoying cow that Cindy is oh so good at playing.
Yeah, I think we just leave it there as I don't have much to add. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.